Alright, here's my second project for the day. It's been a it's been in waiting a long time. I gotta change the wheels out on it. I'm gonna use these and then probably put some 3/8 nuts on it. Put some 3/8 nuts on the end of it. May have to weld a washer. Some of these holes has been wallowed out. You can see this is nice. It turns into a creeper, and then you can turn it into a little workbench. And I had it for years. I bought it at Autozone. It's worked pretty good. It's just these studs for wheels. I didn't lube the bearings or anything like that, and so partially my fault. But they're all ruined, and some of them are bent. You seen me? I've tried to weld this one to fix it, and so I'm gonna have to cut those off, flatten out the metal, maybe weld some washers on here. That's real thin metal, but get it all cleaned up and then put new wheels on it. I bought 6 of these. They're 2 inches in diameter, and we'll just probably drill these out the center, take the casters out of these brackets, get rid of the brackets. But that's what I'm gonna do now. Let me get my tools together, and we'll try to get this taken apart. Well, a couple of them gonna be easy to get out. They got these little nuts on them, and you just unscrew them. They come out pretty easy. A couple of them. You can tell studs don't worn out. They done got all bent out of shape and stuff like that. So we have to pop them loose. This one's got some weld on it. We'll cut the weld on that. Let's see what this one's got on it here. Yeah, bearings missing on that one. Stud's kind of bent on it. It'd been cool if I had some more of these, if I could find some, because that would they would fit flush in there with nothing sticking up. But I think I'm just gonna put a nut in the wash on it and then just cut it, go from there. So all the rest of them, let's see this in here. Yeah, I have to cut that stud. I have to cut that other one too, because I tried to weld those on here and kind of messed them up. So let me get all this cleaned up here and then we'll come back. I may take this off too. Yeah, that looks like what I may have to, because it may have a nut on top. That's some thin metal, so I have to be careful. Alright, looks like 4 of these with the studs will work, but up by the head, when they lay it out flat, it won't work here because the pad goes back on, and the pad covers up a bolt hole. So I'm gonna have to go get 2 of them. I'm gonna have to take back and get the kind with the square where you put the 4 screws. But these are some self-locking nuts that I have, 3/8. So they just go in like this. We'll tighten them up. I'm gonna go ahead and use these. I was gonna take them back and get them all the same, but these will work here just fine. So I get those tightened up. That'll work for those. But nobody used this but me anyway. And we use it to throw the ball to the dog, and plus to work on the vehicle, to service the vehicles. So I was trying to get this here straight, but I can't get that little crook out of it, so we're just gonna live with it. I don't think it's gonna hurt operations much. Looks like it sits pretty flush, and but I guess if I had a press, I can get this square again. But I'm gonna leave it alone. It's about looks like about maybe 14 gauge metal, and so I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it. We'll just get a wrench and get this stuff tightened up. Alright, I got 4 of the wheels on. See how the studs are? So I'll probably cut the studs down. Originally it came with those little deals like this, and the stud screwed into it and it kept it flush. But I don't think this is going to be a problem. If it does, I'll come back and just take a saw and just cut those studs down flat. But that's the way that works. It's a whole lot better. I should have done this a long time ago. This is the only problem here. You can't use the one with the studs because of it's got this pad fits over, so you can't put the studs on there. So I may have to go into town. And get the flat kind and just weld them on here. Put 2 tack welds on. But I'm gonna look up in my junk pile and see if I got anything. But that's perfect. I probably should have greased them before I may go ahead and do that now and put some grease on them now. All right. What? I used some of this garage door lube. I thought it'd be pretty good. Because it stays inside out of the weather, just here in the shop. All of them up really nice and well. So, all right, guys. I went down to the local hardware store, got some casters, and I'm just gonna put a bead in here and a bead on this side. I think it's probably a little bit better than running screws. I kind of on the fence. Should I just run a metal screw in there? But I gotta leave enough space where my screw can go back to put my padding back on. It comes from the other side. The only reason, like I said, I couldn't use those because those had stud coming all the way through. And you can't have a stud coming all the way through on this one because the pad comes all the way out to the edge. So I got the welder fired up here, 19.8 volts, 319 on wire speed. So I think it's just a quick bead there, and that'll hold it on there. Because it's only got pressure when I got it laid out flat. There's no weight on it when it's folded up as a seat. So, all right, it'll be quicker to do that. Let me get my gear on, get that tacked in place, and this project will be done. All right, got it down, put a little tack here. Got a tack on that end there. And then we did the same thing here. So that's what my original intent was, just to fill this in with well, and that would hold it. But it didn't work out too well on all my points. But anyway, like I said, it doesn't have any pressure until it's laid out flat. All right. I don't know how many years I had this creeper, maybe 3 or 4 years, and worked out great. It's been a great creeper. Finally had to change the wheels, and part of it's my fault. I didn't grease the bearings on a regular basis. So put some lube on these and this be done. All right, it's a done deal. Creeper repair. Thanks for watching. Perfect.